Right? This is the same expression I have written over here. See, now with using 8 is to 1, we have to implement it. Okay, there are 4 variables. So I will write truth table first. A, B, C, D. Okay, and Y is the output. So for A, B, C, D, we need to write the combination from 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1, right? Starting from this is the last combination. Okay, see now. Okay, this you know that already. Okay, all these combinations I have written. Now, whatever the mean terms are present in the expression, for that, this is the mean term. So we have to place ones, right? In the truth table, what I will do now, 0, 0, 0, 0. Whether 0 is present in the expression, yes. So I need to place 1 over here. Okay. Now the next, I can write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, last one is 15. So 0, this mean term is present, 1 is not present, so 0, 2 is present, so 1, 3 is also present, 1, then 4 and 5 is not present, so output is 0, 6 is present, so output is 1, right? 7 is not present, output is 0, 8 is present, output is 1, 9 is also present, 10 is not present, 11 is also not present, 12 is present, right? Then 13 is not present, 14 is present, okay? And 15 is not present. Okay? Now, what I need to do? This is the simple truth table and we have written this 1 and zeros in the output based on the mean terms are present. Whatever the mean terms are present, for that you have to write it as a 1. Okay, the output is 1. Another one, output as a 0. Now what you have to do here, you have to make a grouping of 2 rows. Okay, grouping of 2 rows means this. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 12 and 13. Okay, 14 and 15. Right? After grouping these two rows, what you have to do now is see what we have seen 2 raised to power m equal to n. There are 4 variables, right? Means variables are nothing but select lines. Okay, 2 raised to power 4 equal to 16, right? Means 4 select lines and 16 input, data input. Okay, but I want to reduce into 8 is to 1. For 8 is to 1, how many select lines will be required? 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8. Means 3 select lines are required, right? So instead of 4 select lines, I require now 3 select lines. So what the technique that you have to use? Now you have to check the output. Now here you can see A, B, C, A, B, C. The first 3 column in which ABC value is 0, 0, 0. But in the last column D, here you can see 0, 1, right? In the last column D, you can see 0, 1. Now you have to just compare this D input value with Y output. Okay? With D input value with Y output. What you can see? 1, 0. Means it is the reverse of D. Right? It is the reverse of D input. It is 0, 1 and it is 1, 0. So instead of 1, 0, I will reduce it to D bar. Okay? यहाँ पे 0, 1 है, आउटपुट में 1, 0 है. I have made a grouping of these two and I need to check it whether it is equal to D or not. If it is not equal to, if it is reverse, you have to place D bar. Now, here 0, 1, but here 1, 1. Both the outputs are same, right? So, instead of two ones, we can take only single one. Okay, next, 0, 0. So, instead of two zeros, only a single 0. After that, again you can see 0, 1, only you have to compare with D. Okay, because we want to eliminate only one select line. So we are considering the least significant bit, that most significant bit. Okay, so 0, 1 with 1, 0, again compare. So this will be again D bar. Okay, again 1, 1 means it will remain 1. 0, 0, it will remain as it is 0. 0, 1, again 1, 0. Here you can see if you will compare with D. So 0, 1 है, यहाँ पे 1, 0 है, again D bar. Same over here you will get for 14 and 15. 0, 1 है, यहाँ पे 1, 0, so D bar. Right? So there might be 4 cases. Which 4 cases? Either you will get in the output 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 or 0, 0. If it is 1, 0, you can place it D bar. But if it is 0, 1, okay, there might be in the another example, you will get here 0, 1. So if it is 0, 1, you have to place D as it is. Okay. So this is the form. Now what I can do based on this, I can write the another truth table. So I can reduce this truth table now into 3 variables, right? A, B, C and Y will be the output. Okay. So as I know that here you can see 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. These 3 bits A, B, C variable remains are unchanged. Okay. So for 0, 0, 0, what is the output? I am getting D bar. Okay. Then 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1 for this. Okay. What is the output? 1. Okay. Then 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0. What is the output is getting? 0. Then 0, 1, 1. Okay. What is the output is getting? D bar. After 0, 1, 1. Next is 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0. What is the output is getting? 1. Then 1, 0, 1. For 1, 0, 1. What is the output? 0. 1, 1, 0. What is the output? D bar. And 1, 1, 1 के लिए क्या है? Again D bar. Okay. So this truth table I have reduced, this 4 variable truth table I have reduced it to 3 variables truth table now. Okay. So if I am having this truth table, I can draw a 8:1 marks block diagram with the help of this truth table. Okay. How we can draw now 8:1 marks block diagram? We have now 8 inputs, 3 variables means 3 select lines and output also. Okay, 8:1 marks. Okay. Inputs are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be enable. Okay. And output. How many select lines? Select lines, 3 select lines. A, B, C. Okay. Now, how you can make a connection over here? See here. 1 means it should be the combination where you will get the output as a 1. Those outputs you can connect it to logic 1, right? So means 001 means which input we need to consider? We need to consider 1, right? D0 means 1. So I will make a connection to logic 1. After that, you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 it is also, it should be connected to 1. Okay, 0 and 4. After that, only 2 connection, it should goes to logic 1. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So only D0 it should be connected to 1 and D4 it should be connected to logic 1, right? Now D2 and D5 it should be connected to logic 0. So D2 and D5 it should be connected to logic 0. Okay. After that, here you can see D bar. Okay, what you can do, you can take one input as a D, one input, just use the NOT gate because we want inverted input, that is D bar. Okay, so if we'll apply the NOT gate, I'll get D bar as an input and that you have to provide it to 1. That you have to provide it to 0, right? So you can apply to 0. Okay. The similar one you can apply it to 3, 6 and 7. 6, 7 and 3. Right? So just take one input, okay, apply the inverter, you will get a D bar and that should be connected to that respective input. Okay, so likewise this is the 8:1 mux. Okay, so here you can see this is the table that I have shown and this is the 8:1 mux block diagram, okay, for this particular expression. Okay, one input D is taken, so the same diagram over here it is written. You can see the connections are made based on this. Okay, have you understood this particular example? This much is required with using 8:1 mux. If the expression contains 4 variables, okay, so in that case you can reduce it in terms of 8:1 mux with using this particular techniques. Okay, first you have to write the truth table, then you have to make a grouping of 2 rows, then you have to eliminate this D, right? In that case, you have to just check the output with D, okay? And accordingly, you have to minimize that output, fine? And after that, once you will get this truth table, right? And after this truth table, you can implement this 8:1 mux. Students, have you understood this example? I will not ask again, just answer from your side.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so this is one technique. Now, another technique, that is, if you are having any doubt, you can ask, okay? See, once you will understand this, if you understood the previous concept, simple 8:1 mux, realization of Boolean expression, you will understand this particular, once you will get this particular truth table easily, simply यहाँ पे सिर्फ difference क्या है, यहाँ पे एक D input लिया है, additional, okay? And that is connected to the this data input, okay, as a D bar. Now, another part, this is your homework part. This one particular expression is given over here. And again, this is 4 variable expression. you have to implement using 8:1 mux. Okay. Now we'll see another part. Here you can see implement ABCD, function of ABCD equal to summation of M. Okay. Using 2:1 mux. Now here you can see what it is given. This is again 4 variables, means to realize this expression again 16:1 mux is required. Right? Again 2 raised to power 4 equal to 16. So 16 inputs are there. So 16:1 mux is required, but here specified using 2:1 mux. Okay. So when it is specified 2:1 mux means here you will be required multiplexer tree, that is known as mux tree. Okay. And for that will be required a cascading. Right. So see here, mux tree. It is possible to expand the range of the input for a multiplexer beyond the available range by interconnecting several multiplexer in cascade. So how we can do that? 2:1. For that, we can make a connection, okay, interchanging connection with using the concept of cascading. So circuit with 2 or more multiplexer connected to obtain a mux with more number of inputs is known as mux. Okay, it is known as mux tree. Now here you can see that I will just first explain you this diagram. If you will not understand over here, then only I will show you on that whiteboard, because here just to draw this particular diagram, it will take a time. Okay, so first I will explain over here only. See here, the function of ABCD, the mean terms are present 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 12 and 14. Now what it is done? 2:1 mux. So here you can see 2:1 means this one particular block diagram and this one particular block diagram. Okay, first mux and second mux. If we'll combine 8 values, right, 8 plus 8 will get 16 inputs, right? So instead of providing all the 16 inputs to one mux, I can combine 2:1 mux and I can provide all these data inputs. So how it is given? See here, D0 to D7, these data inputs are provided to first 8:1 mux, and another remaining data inputs value, that is D8 to D15, are provided to another multiplexer, right? This is the first part. How the data inputs are provided: 16 data inputs, D0 to D7 to first mux and D8 to D15 to another mux, right? So total D0 to D15 you can see data inputs are given, right? Now S0, S1, S2. We know that 8:1 mux means how many select lines are required? 3 select lines, right? So, but with using 3 select lines, how we can implement this? Okay, so see here, S0, S1 and S2. Select lines are connected to this mux and this mux. Okay, this S0 is connected to this particular mux and S0 is also connected to this particular mux, because the same input we are going to provide based on the select line. Okay, so that's what these are interconnected, S0, S1 and S2. Now, after that, the connections are made to logic 1 and logic 0 based on this particular expression. Now, whatever the mean terms are present for that, those connections are made to logic 1. Here you can see 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, okay, 9, 12 and 13. Okay, 9, sorry, not 13, 14, 12 and 14. 12 and 14 are connected to logic 1. Here you can see logic 1, right? Same, in the previous example also we have done the same thing. The mean terms, those are present, connect to logic 1. Now mean terms, those are not present, connect to logic 0. Okay, so here you can see the rest of the mean terms, means rest of the data inputs are connected to logic 0. Logic 0. Right? Okay. After that, here you can see the most important part, that is how these two multiplexer ICs will work parallelly. Okay. As we are doing the cascading. Cascading means we are providing the connections Okay, combining all the data inputs. Okay, now to make it active, this IC, we need to make the enable as a 1, right? We know that what is the use of enable? Enable, it is just to make the multiplexer IC active, right? So for that, it should be always connected to 1. Okay, if E equal to 0, the mux IC, it will not work, it gives the output as a 0. Now in this case, at a time only one multiplexer IC should be active. Parallelly, we cannot make a connection to both the ICs E equal to 1. Okay, so if one IC will be active, that time another IC will be deactive. Okay, that time it will be disabled. If this will be enabled, this will be disabled. And if this will be disabled, then this will be enabled. Right? Because anyhow, we are going to pass only one input through the select line. So either from this mux or from this particular mux. Right? Now in this case, here you can see how this E is connected. Here you can see E, and for that one inverter is taken, right? NOT gate. And that inverter, again, it is connected to enable of another multiplexer. Okay, so why this is done? Because if this E value is 1, okay, if this E value is 1, means this multiplexer IC will be active and this will work. Okay, this will work. That time this IC will not work. Okay, this will be getting disabled. Okay, means let's consider, suppose I want to select the input 0, right? As input 0 is we have connected to logic 1, right? Now suppose through the select lines, if the select line input combination is 0 0 0, that time which input data will be getting selected? D0. Okay, what is the connection to D0? Logic 1s, means high, right? High means 1. Now that input data input will be getting passed through the select lines, okay, and will be getting the output as a Y1, that is nothing but 1. Okay, will be getting the output as a 1. Why? Because it is connected to logic 1. Now in that case, if this will be 1, okay, similarly in that case we'll be getting Y2 as a 0, because this IC is inactive. Okay, will not get any particular output from Y2, right? Because this is inactive, means 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So always we need to use here the OR gate. Okay, let's consider here, suppose the D0, we have selected the input combination 0 0 1. 0 0 1 means which input data input will be getting selected? D1. So when D1 will be getting selected, we'll get the output as a 0, right? Okay, when it is 0, that time, suppose from this particular IC over here, D8 it is nothing but will work as a D0, D1 it is nothing but will work as a D1, right? So that time if we'll apply the 1 for 8, what will be the combination that will be required? 1 0 0 0. So if this will be getting selected, that time this enable will work. Okay, this will be using. In that case, the D8 will be getting selected. Okay, so when this will be 0, this will be 1, and the output will get as a 1. Okay, so here you can see enable, it is nothing but the another select line. Okay, we know that D8 it is not possible to represent in terms of 3 bits, right? Will be required minimum 4 variables, that is 1 0 0 0. So if will be required 1 0 0 0, it will be considered 0 0 0 only. Okay, but this 1 will be considered as E. Okay, that is nothing but the enable, because that time this IC will be active. Okay, so this is nothing but the cascading. Here you can see the truth table. See over here, you will understand it. When enable will be 0, okay, this will be 0, S2, S1, S0, Y output will be depend on the select line. So D0 will be getting selected, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, this mux is enable. Okay, maybe you got confused now. Why, if this E is 0, then why this mux is enable? Here it is considered in the IC, E bar is always connected to 0. So that's what here over here it is given. But actually it will be connected to 1. Okay. So this will be 0. That time this mux is enable. Okay. And this will be 1. Okay. For this combination, you can see this mux is disabled. Okay. So this is nothing but the concept of cascading. D0 to D7 and D8 to D15. So this E, it is nothing but work like a enable and disable to make the mux IC active or inactive. See students, you will understand it better once you will implement this part. Okay. Otherwise, maybe you have a confusion with this E. How to make it 0? Then it will be it is enabled or disabled. See, you know that for the mux there is a IC used, that is 74151. Okay. For 8:1 mux, always the IC is used, that is 74151. So there are some internal configurations. Okay. So in that IC there is a pin number, that there is one particular pin, and that pin indicates E, that is enable. Okay. So if that in the configuration only here it is given, this is the E particular pin or this is the E bar it is given, based on that we have to make a connection, right? So you should know the general purpose of this, that is what is the use of E? E, it is a enable, that is nothing but the strobe input which is used to make the multiplexer IC active. Okay. So this is the cascading done with using 2 8:1 mux. Okay. Is there any doubt here? Please students, till this point you have any doubt? Have you understood or not? Just tell me. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now see the another example. Here it is given, implement full adder using 8:1 mux. You have done the practical, right, in which you have implemented the full adder. Now the question is, implement the full adder using 8:1 mux. Okay. Yesterday only I told you the application of multiplexer. Why it is used? It is used in the digital electronics to reduce the number of connections, right? Instead of using number of gates, I can use the multiplexer IC and I can implement the half adder, full adder, any combinational circuit, right? Now, similarly, the question is implement the full adder using 8:1 mux. So how to implement the full adder using 8:1 mux? You know this truth table, right? Once you know this truth table, what you can do? You can write the Boolean expression for this, right? How you can write the expression from the truth table? You need to form two expression. One is for sum, another one it is for carry. This is the truth table for full adder. Okay. One is for sum, another one it is for carry. Now here you can see S equal to summation of M 1, 2, 4, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 7. Why it is written? Because here you can see wherever 1 as the output you are getting in a sum, those mean terms it should be written in the expression. So in the sum output, where we are getting the output as a 1, we are getting the output for the mean term 1, for the mean term 2, for the mean term 4, and for the mean term 7, right? So 1, 2, 4, 7 are written in the sum expression. And for the carry, here you can see 0, 1, 2. So 3, 5, 6, 7. So 3, 5, 6, 7 are written in the carry. So if I know this expression, I can write the truth table. But if I know the truth table, I can write the expression, right? Based on the output that we are getting in a sum and carry. So with this, we can implement full adder, we can implement half adder, we can implement full subtractor and half subtractor with using multiplexer, right? Now, once you know this equation, what I need to do, as we know that S equal to summation of M, 1, 2, 4, 7, means how many variables will be required? Can you tell me how many variables will be required? A, B, C, that it is given in the truth table only, means how many select lines it should be there? 3 select lines. Okay, 3 select lines means how many input lines, data input lines? 8 input lines. 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8, right? So 8 input data inputs will be required. So this, for this will be required 8:1 marks, and that is only given. So simply we can make a connection. 1, 2, 4, 7 means this will be connected to logic 1, remaining minterms will be connected to logic 0, right? And we can implement sum and carry separately with using 2 8:1 mux, or we can also use the cascading. Okay, now similarly implement f of abc equal to pi of m. Now pi of m, what it indicates? Can you tell me this expression? Yes, students.
Product of sum.
It is a product of sum, right? Based on the equation only. See, you have to prepare all these kind of questions. Pi of m represents the POS, means what we do in a POS? POS where all the max terms are present. For the max terms, we have to enter the ones in the K map, right? Similarly, here we have to whatever the max terms are present, those should be connected to logic 0. 0, 1, 3, 5, 7. So here you can see D0, D1, D3, D5 and D7. Right? D0, D1, D3, D5 and D7, those are connected to logic 0. And rest of the minterms, those are not present, those should be connected to logic 1. Just the reverse of minterm. Okay, just the reverse of SOP form you have to consider in a POS form. Okay, there we have connected to logic 1. Here we have connected the max terms to logic 0. That's it. Okay. So this is the one expression. So I'm considering that now you understood this particular topic. You have to read it. Okay. Here the applications are given. Already I told you the applications. Same over here it is given. Mux are used as a data selector to select one out of many data inputs. Okay. It can be used to implement the combinational logic circuit. It is used in time multiplexing. It is used in frequency multiplexing. Okay. It is also used in analog to digital converter, digital to analog converter. In number of applications are there. Okay. So basically you should know the implementation of expression with using multiplexer. Okay. That you should understand for in terms of unit number 2, theory as well as practical. Okay. So the same part it is there for the practical. Now the next part, that is demultiplexer. At what time you will be having a next lecture? Yes, students. Next lecture timing 11:30, na?
Ma'am, 25. 11:25.
11:25. Okay. So I will just tell you the concept of demultiplexer. 10 minutes are there. Any doubt you can, I cannot see the chat box. Okay. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me. Demultiplexer, it is used as a data distributor. Okay. Mux is used as a data selector, right? But demultiplexer, it is used as a data distributor. So it performs the reverse operation of multiplexer, right? Yesterday only I told you the concept of mux and demux, right? So what is the principle of demux? It accepts the single input, right? And describes it over the several outputs. So there is one input and number of outputs in the demultiplexer. The select input code determines to which output the data input will be transmitted. Now, what is the use of select input? That is nothing but the select line. Okay. Same here, the relation used, that is n equal to 2 raised to power m. So the select input code in the demultiplexer, it determines to which output the data input will be transmitted. There are multiple data inputs. So to which output the data input, whatever we have provided, it should be transmitted. Okay, either it should, whether the data output it is D0 or D1 or D2, okay, or Dn minus 1. How to select that? That is dependent on the select lines. Okay, and again here you can see enable as a input. Same, demultiplexer IC will work when this enable, it will be 1. That time the demux IC will be active. Now, n means output lines, m means select lines, where n equal to 2 raised to power m. What is n? N is the output lines. We have seen in the multiplexer, n is what? N is the number of input lines. Here the n is the number of output lines, right? M is the same. M is the number of select lines. Okay, so the application, here you can see students, here you can see it is written decoder slash demux, right? So demux is also known as a decoder. Okay, but there is only one difference in between decoder and demux that I will tell you later. Okay, once we'll move towards the topic decoder. Okay, now based on demux, here you can see that which IC is used for demux? IC 74138. See, basically now you should know at least which IC is used for 8:1 mux and which IC is used for 1:8 demux. Okay, because generally those ICs are required to make a connection. Okay, implementation point of view. So IC 74138 is used for 1:8 demultiplexer. Okay, data input line is to be connected to logic 1 level. Here we have seen that there is a data input. So this data input is always connected to logic 1 in the demux. Okay, always connected to logic 1 means always connected to VCC. This is important point. Now, see over here, these ICs are given, demultiplexer ICs, dual 1:4 demux, dual 1:4 demux. See, IC 74138, this is 1:8 demux. Okay, why it is known as 3-line to 8-line decoder? Okay, that I will tell you later. Okay, once we'll see the example of that. Now see, 1:2 demultiplexer. As we have seen, 2:1 mux. Right, now this is 1:2 means 1 input and 2 output. So 1:2. 1 input, 2 output, enable, okay, and select line. So there is only one select line. Okay, so how this D in will be connected? D in, it is always connected to 1. Then only that input will be transmitted to the output. Right, now here just go through these 2 points. D in is connected to Y0 if D in is connected to Y0 if S0 equal to 0 and E equal to 1. What is equal to 1? Means it should be connected to 1. Then only this demux IC will be active. It will be getting enabled. So when E equal to 1, as S0 equal to 0, which one of this input will be transmitted as output? So D in is connected to Y0. Okay. D in is connected to Y1. This is Y1. Okay. D in is connected to Y1. When if S0 equal to 1, when this select line will be 1, that time D in will be connected to Y1. Means we'll get the output as a Y1. Okay. So if S0 equal to 1 and E equal to 1, that time only D in will be connected to Y1. But if S0 is 0, that time D in will be connected to Y0. Okay. So here you can see both the places E equal to 1 means E equal to 1 means this IC will be getting enabled and will provide the input, that is nothing but the through the select line as 0. Either it can be 0 or it can be 1 because of there is a single select line. So if it is 0, output will be Y0. If it is 1, it will be Y1. Okay. So this particular part it is given over here. See, enable data select output. Enable 0. If it is 0, irrespective of any input, irrespective of select line input, the output will be 0. Okay, so here you can see in anywhere, somewhere you can see this don't mark. Don't mark means either it can be 0, 1. Irrespective of because of enable 0 है तो output 0 ही आने वाला है. ठीक है. Then यहाँ पे enable क्या है? 1. Input, it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 0, it can be 1. And this is the S0, it can be 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. So in that case, output will be, it can be 0, 1, 0, 1. Y0 is connected to D in and Y1 is connected to D in. See, though you have not understood this table, this is not required. What is required? Only you should know this particular concept. How this D in will be connected to Y0 and how this D in will be connected to Y1. Okay. This truth table is not required. This is just given over here to draw this logic circuit. Okay. So you can just go with this. Okay. Because here it is given for each and every multiplexer. As similarly we have seen for the multiplexer for DMUX. Each type of DMUX. 1:2, 1:4, 1:8 and 1:16. Okay. So these particular circuits are given for all the types of DMUX. Okay. So I'm not going through this because if I'm going through this, you will not understand anything. So first we'll see the example. Okay. And during the practical, we'll be moving towards this topic. Okay. So here you can see this complete circuit diagram truth table. This is given. I think now the time is over. Okay. So tomorrow during the practical slot, I'll be taking the lecture. Okay. Yes, A and B division students, I will talk to Ketan sir. I'll be taking the lecture to complete this particular topic because this will be required for midterm point of view. So you will be having this topic for the midterm examination, multiplexer, demultiplexer. Along with that, there is one more topic. So in the tomorrow's practical, I'm going to cover this particular part. Okay. I will continue with DMUX examples. Okay. And I will inform to Ketan sir accordingly. So you can join for the lecture during the practical slot. Fine? Yes. Which 3 documents are visible? Fourth document, videos are visible. 2 videos I have posted. 2 videos I have posted and all the notes of first and second unit I have posted. That is visible. It's not visible. This combinational circuit. Okay. I will check it on the Bodhi tree today. Okay. After the lecture and then again I will upload. Right. Only that much material only posted on the Bodhi tree. Remaining material already it is provided on the classroom. Right. Yes, students. All the notes are provided on the Bodhi tree. The recording of I think last week lecture and yesterday's lecture I have posted on the Bodhi tree. If you require the recordings, you let me know. So accordingly for that particular topic, I will upload that particular lecture. Fine. You require all other topics recorded lectures also? Yes. Do you need that or not? You just tell me. Or notes are sufficient? Can you please tell me? Which one? Recorded lectures? So whatever the live recorded lectures, the lectures I have taken for that recording, whatever it is there, that I will post. Okay? For that particular topics, live recorded lecture that I will upload on the Bodhi. Okay? Fine. Okay, I will take the attendance and then you can leave. You got the timetable, no? MT timetable?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Start for preparing for the midterm. Okay. B division. Roll number 1. (52) is absent. 58 is absent. Yes, B division is over. See students, today is the parent meet. Okay, ask your parents to join for the parent meet. Okay, invitation is already sent through the ERP. Okay, and through the mail. Okay, so if you will be facing any problem, you just let us know. A division.